Hi, Bob Herb here. In this lesson, we are continuing the Why Underwater is Different series with one of the most common Lightroom mistakes I see underwater photographers make, using masking to fix the whole image. Masking is powerful, but it works best after the global workflow is already in place. Today, we will look at when to fix the workflow first and when masking should refine one specific area. This is the common masking mistake. A photo looks too blue, too green, too flat, too dark, or too hazy, and instead of fixing the whole image globally, the photographer starts using masks. That creates more complexity without solving the real problem. If the entire image is off, the problem is global. That means the workflow needs to come first, not masking. Here is where masking belongs in the underwater Lightroom workflow. The order still matters. White balance, exposure, presence, color, then masking, and finally your final adjustments. That means masking comes after the global workflow. First you build the image, then you refine it. When you get the foundation right first, masking becomes simpler, lighter, and far more effective. This is the simple decision test that makes masking much easier. Ask yourself, does this problem affect the whole image or just one specific area? If it affects the whole image, it's a global problem. That means go back to the workflow first. If it affects one area, like a subject, a distraction, or a small exposure issue, masking may help. This question keeps you from using masks as a shortcut and helps you use them with intention. So here is the simple question I want you to remember before you create any mask. Does this affect the whole image or one specific area? If it is the whole image, go back to white balance, exposure, presence, or color. If it is one specific area, then masking may be exactly the right tool. That one question will save you a lot of editing frustration and help you stay consistent underwater. Here are some common global problems in underwater photos. The whole image may be too blue, too green, too dark, or too flat and hazy. When that happens, masking is not the first tool. These are workflow problems. That means go back and fix white balance, exposure, presence, or color before you ever start masking. If the whole image is wrong, solve the whole image first. These are the kinds of problems masking is good at solving. The subject may be a little too dark. You might have backscatter in one area, one distracting background area, uneven strobe lights, or a place where the viewer's eye needs a little guidance. Backscatter is a good example. If it is limited to one part of the image, it's a local problem. That is where masking or localized cleanup tools can help. But if the whole image is filled with haze, particles, or poor contrast, masking should not be expected to rescue it. This is where masking shines, because the problem is local, not global. You are not rebuilding the whole image. You are refining one specific area and helping guide the viewer's eye. Here is the practical rule. If the whole image is wrong, go back to the workflow. If one area is wrong, masking may help. That keeps your edits simple and keeps masking in the right role. It is there to polish and refine, not to rescue the whole underwater photo. When you follow that rule, your edits become faster, more natural, and more consistent. I hope this helps you think about masking in a much cleaner way. Remember, masking is not the workflow. It is the tool you use after the workflow is already working. If you want more help, read the full blog post, download the free guide, 10 Lightroom fixes every underwater photographer should know, and subscribe for more underwater Lightroom education. Until next time, dive smart, shoot with intention, and remember, masking is not the shortcut. Masking is the refinement.